It all started on a Friday night downtown when the sidewalks were buzzing with people, food trucks, and music echoing from the bars. Street performers had gathered on a corner with a big speaker blasting hip-hop beats, drawing a small crowd. People clapped along, filming on their phones, enjoying the unexpected show. Among them was a guy named Marcus. Marcus was loud, full of energy, and loved being the center of attention. He wasn't a professional dancer, but he had a few flashy moves he liked to show off at parties. When the crowd started cheering for the performers, Marcus couldn't resist. He jumped into the middle of the circle, hyping himself up. "Oh, you ain't ready for this," he shouted, pointing at the crowd. Then he started popping and locking, twisting his arms and legs, and even pulling out a questionable backflip attempt. People laughed and clapped. He wasn't amazing, but his confidence made it entertaining. Just then, a police officer walked by. Officer Daniels was patrolling the block, making sure the night stayed safe and calm. He paused when he noticed the crowd and the music. Marcus, seeing him, grinned mischievously. "Yo, officer," Marcus yelled, pointing dramatically. "You think you got moves? Let's see what you got. I challenge you to a dance battle." The crowd roared with laughter. Phones immediately went up. The idea of a random guy calling out a police officer for a dance-off was too good to miss. At first, Officer Daniels shook his head. "Nah, I'm working, man," he said with a smile. But the crowd started chanting, "Dance, dance, dance." Finally, with a shrug, the officer set down his hat, stepped into the circle, and said, "All right, just one round." Marcus went first. He pulled out all the stops, wild spins, exaggerated robot arms, even dropping to the floor for some awkward breakdance moves. Sweat poured down his forehead, but he grinned, convinced he had the crowd on his side. "Beat that," he shouted, striking a pose. Then it was Officer Daniels' turn. The beat dropped, and what happened next shocked everyone. The officer exploded into a series of smooth, professional-level moves. He moonwalked effortlessly across the pavement, hit perfect waves with his arms, and even threw in a flawless windmill spin on the ground. The crowd went insane. People screamed, "No way!" Others shouted, "This man's not a cop. He's a dancer in disguise." Phones were shaking as everyone tried to record the unbelievable sight. Marcus, standing to the side, watched in horror. His jaw dropped lower with every move the officer pulled off. By the time Daniels finished with a slick freeze pose, the crowd was chanting, "Officer! Officer!" When the music cut, Marcus half-heartedly raised his hand and muttered, all right, you win." The officer chuckled, picked up his hat, and gave Marcus a friendly pat on the shoulder. "Good effort, though," he said. The video went viral overnight. Clips of Cop Destroys Gaian dance battle spread across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. People couldn't believe the officer's skill. Comment sections were filled with lines like, "Bro trained at the police academy in Juilliard. Forget backup. This cop called in backup dancers." Marcus really challenged the final boss and lost. Marcus himself admitted later, "I thought I had it in the bag, but apparently I picked the wrong opponent." As for Officer Daniels, he became a local legend. People recognized him on the street, calling him Dance Cop. Some even asked if he gave lessons. And Marcus, well, he got his moment of fame too. Just not the way he expected. Instead of being remembered as the guy who took down a cop in a dance battle, he became the guy who lost 2-1 spectacularly, but at least he could laugh about it. If you're gonna get beat, he said, might as well be by someone who dances better than half of TikTok.